Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a break for our quest for C's with my own personal type D. I guess we could call it the Type Doom. It isn't this, although it is this paint job. I thought I'd just repaint the Kestrel Cruiser for my ship. I prefer these colours. I want to know what you guys think. It's got eyes. It's got eyes, and that leads to what it's actually going to be. I've actually overwritten the Type A. It's a mod that I can uninstall, so we will get back to the type, the quest for C's as soon as I've done this, but here's my version. Let's show the rooms. Oh no! This poor guy's dying! He's dying on the menu? How can that... Oh, he's dead. Well, let's explain the ship then. The ship has a 1 bar of engines, the minimum, has 2 bars of weapons, has a fully powered up piloting system, and a fully powered up, what's the word? Sensors. That's the word I'm looking for. We're not going to call it. This is for TGS. HAL. You guys might guess what this run is going to be going for. However, I guess almost semi-purposely, because I know that it's wrong, made this ship's mod badly. The guy has to die, because I thought it'd be funny to kill someone on the menu screen. Yes. But we're going to go in, we're going to start. Oh, it also has 2 crystal shards. Now, these are not weapons you can normally get in the game, they've been modded in. They fire 1 shot every 9 seconds. Comparable to the basic lasers, I believe. Oh, slightly faster than the normal basic lasers. However, shield piercing 5. So we'll go through any shields. Come on, die Maxim. I need you to be dead before I start. And then we have 2 Vulcans, because I've heard these are good. And some did suggest that 2 of these would be awesome. So I thought, well, let's put 2 of them in the ship. But they are going to take out the entire power usage, so these things will become obsolete. And we have an automated reloader because these go down to 1.1 seconds. Let's bring that all the way down to, I think that's like 10%. Yeah, that's 10%, so that should bring it down to like 1 second each. Zoltron's shields, because if you look, this ship has no other shields. It has very few systems and subsystems. We don't even have doors. So the only reason we actually have these sensors is because I tried playing this without, and when you get intruded, you can't... They're going to die because there's no oxygen. But you can't see where they are, and you don't know when to jump. And it's no fun not being able to see your own ship, so I have the sensors on full. And we also have the pre-igniters, which I just thought, sort of went along the lines of this. Sort of backstory to this, I think it's a ship that would have been, purpose-built to destroy the Rebel flagship. But unfortunately it was, left half finished. The engines, basic systems was implemented, the basic weapon systems was integrated, the actual weapons themselves was loaded up, what they was going to have, the sensor system that they planned to have was put in, but just so many rooms weren't there. And then maybe the AI got self-aware and effed off. But let's start. And the data that we carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet catches up. Tip: auto weapons. Rearrange a weapon or a drone schematic by... Oh no, we failed with 15 points. Let's click restart. And we get the exact same thing, we get a different tip. But now the ship works. And you know how if you kill everybody on the word I'm looking for, Rebel ship, it becomes autopiloted. Effectively autopiloted. But all the systems get manned and things like that. Well, this is what's happened to this ship. We have no crew, but I can jump. There's no point jumping to the store because we have no scrap. I'll probably work around so we can come through this nebula here, and then out to the exit. Oh, and fires. Yes, because fires are dangerous to us, guys. You arrive at the beacon to find yourself dangerously close to a star. An automated rebel ship, yeah, I'm an automated ship, impervious to the heat, moves in to engage. This is why we're fighting here, because neither of us are bothered. But let's fire our crystals off. And I'm just going to turn them on to auto-fire for now. Because until they try to escape, I'm happy... Well, that's not nice. I was going to say I'm happy just pinning down their weapons. But come on. Good, both taken down. And a breach, not that that's all important. And one of you guys go for the cockpit so that they can't escape. Although they'll be dead for next shot anyway, so I don't think they're going to try to escape. Now, these guys didn't really show off the crystals, what I'm looking for, shield piercing. But we'll know it's fine. It can go through 5 levels of shield, so effectively everything. And we're starting to get scrap. Oh, let's see what the flare actually does. And you see, engines are charging. There's no one there, but engines are charging. Oh, we have fire? Fire gone. Jump. I'm going to jump slowly. Until we see the rebel fleet, I'm not that fussed, and we'll figure out what we're going to be doing after we see them. We have taken 1 point of hull damage, but I think that was a fire. We're going to reject their offer. And click continue. Now we start off paused. We can see all what they're doing. We're going to aim both of ours at their weapons, because shields do not matter. Weapons are down. Now, this isn't always going to be the case. At the moment, this is only working because these guys do 1 damage each, and the weapons that these guys have mounted are taking up 1. They do 1 damage each, don't they, these? I have to check after this battle. I'm not too sure. I thought they did, but the weapons that they've got only have 1 damage, so we'll not accept that offer. Prepare to die, scum. So the 2 shots is enough to take out 2 weapons. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh, and we got a breach, finally. Which means we'll be able to keep that down. So we could theoretically move these onto our things now. But there's not much point, because that's dead. And Hal just powers on. Now, one thing we will do is just quickly check. Equipment. Normal damage. 1. Yeah. It also has a low stun chance. I didn't know that. But these are what I want to get powered, so we actually have to upgrade to get there. We already have a lot of spare system power, so going up, the dodge chance is probably going to be quite important. And to be honest, 10, 15... I was going to go straight for more power, try and get the Vulcans online, but we seem to be quite capable of destroying the ships, at least in this sector. So let's try to avoid taking more damage. And we'll accept here. That's power, but we can kick straight in there, so up to 25%, 1 in 4 shots we should miss. Let's jump. And the rebels are starting to appear, so we will head towards the nebula so we can slow them down. Oh, I also pointed out, there's no shields, but there's a Zoltron shield. So how did I take the damage? It must have been the fire. You must take damage at the fire, but I thought the Zoltron shields, although some people say that they're more OP than normal shields, I thought this way it's 1 less system, because the idea was lots of systems wasn't there, so I just filled us up with augments instead. We detected an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost, intervene to defend. Detecting the higher threat level, it automatically moves in to engage your ship. Be paused. When we have the pre-igniter, it makes so much sense to be paused. You're going to eat through my Zoltron shield, so actually we're going to fire 1 each. And really, I should have probably focused on the... That's fine now. I really should have focus fired on the beam drone, because that's what could have done damage more. If you look, they're repairing. One day we might be able to identify this, but because this is an automated ship, it repairs automatically. Well, so do we. I've done this on hard because I think this ship might be more than considerable to be called overpowered. Look how little scrap we're getting though. 7. Then 15, that's nice from the outpost. Ship. So we can get up to a base of 35 dodge. But that's 35 added on to... Well, this is supposed to be 30, so accept. And it is 30. Now that's meant to be 20. Yeah, that's meant to be 20 and we get 30 because it's technically manned. Now we have enough power if we wanted to power up a Vulcan. So we're only ever really going to get to like the 30%. Yeah, we might be able to find a... I need to realign that shield graphic if I ever do release this, but I don't think I will because I'm pretty sure it's overpowered. Unless you guys want it. If you do, let me know in the comments below. We'll jump forward. Let's see. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scans may discover useful materials while we wait for FTL. Okay, explore the asteroid field. 6 scrap. That's nice. Into the nebula. You notice a mantis attacking a ship, ducking between the clouds of swirling space stuff. Really? Space stuff? Is that a technical term? It's hunting you. You try to get the jump and move into attack. God's sake, start off pause if I have a pre-igniter. Is it that complicated? There we go, jump and weapons down. Removing the augments on this might make it less overpowered. But I put on the pre-igniter and the seat shields because without them, you take too much damage at the start. But then again, that was also while I still had O2. It'll still, you know, a playthrough is the best way to, I think, judge... Oh! Yeah. Best way to judge this as a mod. You know, we'll have a look at maybe releasing it. I think it does need some work. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, hit. Get ready. Pew pew. Insult to injury, hey? The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. That's nice. Oh, there's a store. We don't have enough scrap. So let's keep going through the nebula, see if we can't build up some scrap, and maybe go to the store, because you never know, we might be able to buy something like shields. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before we have chance to contact them, they move in. Attempt to follow them. Uh-oh. Poor guy. No! No, let him off! This wasn't a clever idea! Gosley, no! 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 This might game me over me! Oh, poor guy. He came on board the ship thinking it was going to be safe. You know, he was saved. And then he's like, no, there was oxygen in the other place. I was safe. Oh, anyway, let's jump. I think we're actually going to jump out of the nebula because we've slowed them down that much by being in it that I think we can get more jumps out of it. We arrived to find a number of ships convening around a station. There is some unencrypted chatter between the ships. You tune in and listen for anything interesting. Overhearing their conversation, it seems that they need to take possession of an enemy ship intact. Offer your services. They briefly scan your ship and inform you that you are not properly equipped for this type of mission. Probably meaning I need ions. But we jumped, we tried, at least. A rebel ship has been patrolling the region. As soon as you arrive, it begins to assault. It begins its assault? Well, I begin mine, you mean? Mwah! Oh, these get shot down. They're not as overpowered as I thought. Still overpowered, I'll admit, but... Yeah, we're only going to get one through each time. If we could stop missing, that'd be nice. Ooh, didn't do any damage. Good. Okay, it's just their beam online, but just a beam. Beams are dangerous. Come on, please, please. Oh, good. Weapons are off. We could jump now, but we're not going to. The enemy is trying to power up its FTL. I can't allow that, Dave. So let's try and take out your cockpit. Probably should have been doing this before anyway, because it would have severely reduced the amount of times that they've managed to dodge. Will not accept your surrender, because I believe that should have taken this out. No, not quite. Come on, fire! Oh, come on! Oh. Unfortunately, there's fire. Fire's gone out. I'll wait for the sensors to come fully back up as the ship self-heals. Not quite sure what we'd do with crew when we do get them, because I think every system instantly counts as manned. Yep, no crew. So these buttons are completely useless. But as you can see how long it takes for them to repair, it's not as good as being able to move your crew around and, or having NG who can heal up quickly. In fact, that's a lot slower than I remember. And until it's fully healed, you lose the bonus for it being manned. That's fine, let's jump again. Can we get... Okay, we can get to the exit from there. I'm going to go back into the nebula. And hopefully have time to do something like that. Really do with some more firepower. Okay, we gain some scrap. Oh no, trade. Missiles for scrap. No, missiles for drone parts, sorry. Yeah, okay. Even out our numbers a little bit. Jump. I think we can definitely get to that distress beacon, but of course, it's trying to guess where the actual speed will be because we've been changing. The jump to this beacon, nothing but empty space. Oh, come on. Our sensors are still thankfully healing up. We locate a nearby human mining colony where an unknown disease has spread virtually through... Okay, well, let's send a member of our crew to deal with that. Your crew tries to keep the crowds in line, but quickly turns ugly. Half crazed with fear, they grab their mining tools and push back at your crew, forcing him to retreat hastily. They barely get away without injury. The same can't be said for the colony's leaders. You leave quickly. Oh. Well, let's exit. You arrive at the long-range beacon where the FTL drive is charged and ready to jump to the next sector. Okay. You find a rebel combat ship that has been reassigned as an emergency supply vessel. The local civilians appear in need of help, and the rebels are rising to the occasion. Steal the supplies from the civilians. No, we'll attack the ship. And of course, we need to fire straight away. Come on, guys, board me. You know you want to. Come on, board me. See, one of you go on the cockpit now that we've took the weapons out. Oh, good, a breach. Breaches are brilliant because it makes it so hard for him to actually heal stuff up. And a stun. Okay, they're off to try and heal themselves in the med bay. And they did fix the breaches, but they never brought the weapons back online. Would an AI care about the civilians? Myself, I'm thinking... little scrap that remains. They already made their delivery. I don't think the AI of this ship would care. Steal the civilian supplies. The colonists hand over their supplies to you. and you load it into your ship. As you jump away, you crack it open and discover nothing more than vaccines and for a local plague. Oh no! Well, let's jump. Next sector. And we don't really have much choice. I'd like more red, so I think we'll go north. Well, it doesn't matter at the moment, because we're heading to the middle, both civilian sectors. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call this an episode here, and I'm going to come back in the next episode. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Goodbye.